Good evening, everyone. It's Mike, KO4PDI. Boy, do I have a jam-packed show for you this evening. And if you don't mind listening to me talk, we're going to talk all about a bunch of really cool things. Number one, Hamrs. Hamrs is a great app to use on your iPhone and everything. We're not going to get started yet. We're going to start exactly at 6 o'clock, but just to give you a little premonition of what's coming up, it's going to be a jam-packed show. We're going to talk about Hamrs. We're going to talk about slow scan TV. We're going to talk about the SAT box, and we're going to talk about MMSS TV, which is an app you can use on your Windows computer to download and decode slow scan TV images. And the reason I'm doing this is a big event going on this week with the International Space Station. They are transmitting 12 different slow scan TV images between now and the 18th. They started on Monday, the 11th, and they're going all the way to the 18th. So we still got 5 more days to do that. It's still 5:58, so we got another minute or so before 6. Let's just chill out. Oh, I got to check this. I talked about the other night how to track the ISS and only the ISS to capture the slow scan TV images. But the way I'm going to do it tonight is even better. It's a program, MMSS TV. You can get it. It runs on Windows. I do believe they have an Apple version too. And if you hook up your radio to the computer using COM ports, hey, Don's here. Good to see you, Don. Iman's here too. Imam and Don. Beautiful. Thanks for coming. So if you want to have the absolute, what I think is the best way to capture these images with your computer in real time, this MMSS TV is a great program. It's a bitch to get it to work. And as you know, last night I was trying it out and I could not get it to work. Well, I had a little epiphany in my sleep and I thought about it and I came up with a way to make it work. And I'm going to show you that right now, because it works in conjunction with the SAT box. All right, so here's the SAT box setup. You can see I'm all ready to start recording the ISS and mode VHF imaging. Now here's the thing. Notice these up and down frequencies. Originally on mode VHF here, oh, you can't see my mouse, hold on. All right, mode VHF imaging here and mode UHF imaging here, on this side it was marked as zeros. So if you know anything about the SAT box, it makes your transmit side the AVFO and your receive side the BVFO. It can't receive on A if only place it shows the receive frequency is over here. It's going to receive on the BVFO. Well, that's the dirty little secret with MMSS TV. It can't read the BVFO. It's looking at the AVFO. So what do? The solution I came up with was putting these frequencies, instead of zeros in this spot, put the 145,800. Now, if you look at the radio cam, you can see the radio cam only shows one frequency, and that's the imaging frequency, because that's what I have selected. If I click the voice repeater here, watch, it switches where it's showing both UHF and VHF. But if I just want to do imaging, all you need to do is receive. I click on this, and now it switches to just one VFO, that's the AVFO, and now the MMSS TV, let's go back to here, and I'm going to show, oh, I don't want that. This is the one I want. But show it. And I'll transition over. So this is the program MMSS TV. Notice there's an image there. I did that on a 4-degree pass. There was a 4-degree pass about 5 o'clock, and I was able to capture that from the ISS. So hopefully this pass is going to be over 30 degrees. We should be able to get at least 1, maybe 2 images on it. And that should be pretty cool, right? That's not coming yet, though. First, we're going to work on something even more fun. This morning, I get a phone call from my good buddy Ziggy. You know Ziggy, 75 Ohm Ham. Me and him go back. We go back a year. We're friends. And he's the guy who helped me with my tower, taught me how to do it the right way, and provided it to me. And I can't thank him enough for that. So what we're going to do today is I worked on a way. I was talking to him on the phone. I said, gee, wouldn't it be great if I can get my iPad screen on the screen? And look, there it is. It's right there. Here's my iPad screen. Notice this right here, this directory. That's all the stuff I use when I do portable parks on the air and stuff like that. All right, so let's go into Hamrs. Hamrs is what I use to log. Now, Ziggy went out and did his first POTA and wrote down everybody's call sign, didn't write down the frequency, didn't write down the times, nothing, and he was freaking out because he had like 50 entries he had to make. And if you watched, he did a live feed earlier today where he showed how he was trying to log this with Hamrs, but he wasn't quite familiar with Hamrs. So I said to him, I said, well, maybe I'll talk about that tonight on my podcast because, you know, a lot of people have made videos on Hamrs, but not a lot of people have followed up on it and answered questions live on it. So that's what we're going to do right now. I got it on the screen. Yes, Don's saying, looks like ARISS switched up the pics. I don't have that one yet. No, you don't. And probably what's going to happen is every day they're going to switch the pictures because they're going to be up there for 7 days and they got 12 pictures to send. So they'll switch it up. But all right, so here we are on my iPad. That's what you see in the background here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on Chrome first. I want to show you, this is my Parks on the Air profile here. You see all the awards I've won over the years. Here's all my activations. The latest one was on November 2nd. I activated US 8367, Pelsier Creek State Conservation Area. It's the closest park to my house. So I've activated that park more than any other park, and I got over 2,000 QSOs there. So this is, now how do I get this information here to Parks on the Air? And how do you get, here's the spots. Let's see, we'll go to 40 meter. Looks like these are the spots on the Parks on the Air website, people that are out doing Parks on the Air right now. Now, I'm going to show you in Hamrs how you can look this up very easily. So let's close that and go over to Hamrs. I'm going to give you a step-by-step instructions on what to do with Hamrs. All right, first of all, we're going to do a log, right? We're going to log QSOs. So we have to create a log. So the first thing you're going to do is hit New Log. Now this comes up. Now what you need to do right here, if you're doing Parks on the Air, this bottom field, click on it and say Parks on the Air. It fills that in. I'll show you why that's important in a minute. So here's how I do it. I put my call sign KO4PDI, and I'm going to be at US-8367, and today's date is 11/13/2024. So there you go. That's my new log. I tell it save, and it takes me right to this page. Now look what's cute here. This is what I love about Hamrs. You have a QSO map. So once you start making QSOs, it'll look them up and spot them on the map. You also have POTA spots. Look at this. Looky. This is all filled in already. Look at all these people here. All right, so what we do, the gray ones are QRT. So what I do is I turn off the QRT by clicking that button. So right now we have it sorted by time. I like to sort by frequency. In modes, I like to pick SSB. I don't want all bands. Say I'm only on 20 meters. And now look what happened. All the people that are actually live right this minute on 20 meters are on the screen. Isn't that cool? I have to check this. Let me change this screen a little bit. I got to adjust this. This is off the screen. So let me shrink this down a little and move it over. Yeah, that's better. Now you can see, well, everybody on the page. All right, so now you can see. Now say I want to talk to this guy on 14.228, the first guy here. So I'll tune my radio to 14.238. Now say I hear him and I'm like, oh, wow, he's in Virginia. I can get a QSO, park to park with him. So I click copy and look what happens. It puts his call sign on top here, his park number. Now I haven't filled in, say I'm using 100 watts. And my park is US 8367. You only have to enter this here once. Now look, as soon as I type it in, it comes up here. It tells me the name of the park. And look at him, US 0717. So if I click there, he's at Fredericksburg, Spotsylvania National Military Park in Virginia. That's where he's at. All right, so now I look at this and I call him and he gives me a signal report of 5.9. Now you don't have to do a specific signal report. You can just say 5.9 and hit save. Now watch what happens. When I go over to the entries, his name is now in there. And if I go to the map, it shows, let's scroll up a little bit here. Whoops, I want to scroll up. Yeah. It shows him, that would be the QSO right there. Now, what's really cool is if you get somebody in Europe and stuff, and then the line just goes out over the Atlantic Ocean. That's the best. Anyway, so this is how you do a log in Hamrs. All right, so now let's see. Let's say I got ND1C. I type his call sign in there, and it looks him up. That's my Elmer, Jim Santori, and I can hit tab and go to the next thing. But notice, I'm still on the same frequency because I haven't changed the frequency. If I tell it to save that, I'll save it. Now we go over to POTA spots. Notice the one we got before, it already shows it in green. Now don't worry, you haven't changed anybody's logs. You haven't put anything on QRZ. This is just saving it to a log on my iPad. Understand? All right. So, anybody have any questions from here? Oh, we got our buddy from Scotland on here. We got Scotland and Northern Ireland represented. I love it. I love it. All right. So do you guys use Hamrs? Let's say I want to get this guy in Canada. He's the second, he's in CA5110. So we hit copy. It fills in, he's on 14.244. So it filled in his frequency that he's on already. And then I tell it save. Now, if we go back to the map, look what we got. We got multiple entries here now. We got 3 entries, right? Now, if you notice, it adds their park in on the right here in the log. Now, Ziggy was doing a video today trying to figure out how to use this, and he said something about the green check marks. All the green check mark is it made a good contact with QRZ. It got the information from QRZ, and it verified who it is. All right? That's what the green check mark means. So now you can see, let's see. Oh, it's manage profiles. Oh, okay. I only have one profile. Never mind. QSOs. These are QSOs I've made over a long period of time. It's 168 pages of QSOs here. I don't even know how many there are altogether. But that keeps a running log. If you want to go back to one of your old logbooks, you hit logbook. Here's the one we're working on now. It's the one on top. And you can see I put 3 entries in that log already. Now, we haven't done anything yet. We haven't uploaded it to QRZ. We haven't uploaded it to Logbook of the World or anything like that. But we will eventually. I'll show you how I do it. But first, let's see. Is there anybody with any questions on how I'm doing this? Now we're back in the logbook we just created. Anybody got any questions on this? No, you guys all know how to use Hamrs? Boy, I wish Ziggy was here because he was having a lot of questions. But the most important thing, know where to get the spots, right? You can look at the map and see where your QSOs have been, okay? And then, Iman, you're working too hard. Paper log is a pain in the butt. I'm telling you, this is the way to go. And if you saw my iPad, I have a keyboard on it and everything. It works great. I also do, from time to time, I do FT8 on my 705 with the same iPad using SDR control, which is an expensive program, but it's worth it. So first thing you got to do is download Hamrs from the internet. Go to whatever device you have, if you have an Android or if you have, what is it, an iPhone. There's different apps for it. Yeah, you might want to. Hey, Roger, you might want to try Hamrs. This is what I use. I don't use this when I'm doing satellite contacts at home. You know how I do that? I do it in the sat box. However, on this, Hamrs is what I use for parks on the air because all I got to do is carry around this iPad with this keyboard, and that's how I enter everything in. So what you're seeing on the screen is the output of this iPad. Oh, who's that? Ham Fun with KO4 PDI. Cute sticker. Anybody wants one, send me a self-addressed stamped envelope and you'll get one. So that's how I do Hamrs when I'm doing parks on the air. Now, after you're done, you have 11. Once you get 10 contacts, you've activated the park. But I always try to get one or two more, get 11 or 12. And the reason I do that is in case some of the call signs don't line up or they don't match up or if they don't confirm. I just like to do it that way. But here's what I do. I go back to logbooks and I click on this gear right here. See, it says export ADI file. So I click export ADI. Now it's going to say, where do you want to send it? So what I normally do is I save it to files. Here's the files. Oh, and look, I have a directory there called POTA logs. And here's the file right here that I tell it save. Now it's there. And that's actually in my iCloud. On my computer at home, I can get that file and upload it anywhere I want. Or we can go back to Chrome and we go KO4 PDI, my log uploads. You click here, choose files. Here it is right here. We go to, this is the directory, POTA logs, you see it? And we scroll down, where's the newest one? Here it is, 11/13/24, and then I would select that and hit open. I'm not going to do that now because this isn't a real log that we want to upload to Parks on the Air. But you want to upload these logs to Parks on the Air because the people you hunted are depending on you giving them credit for hunting the park you're in. So they want to get, some people count the parks. I swear to God, I can't believe they count parks. I don't count parks. I count activations. I count QSOs. There are so many parks in the United States. If you're trying to get all the parks in the United States, you'll do it till the day you die, and you won't scratch the surface. So I'll just cancel out of that. Go back to Hamrs. So now you know how to get your log out. I'm going to delete this log because it's not real. Now here's the last one I did. This was at Pelsier Creek State Conservation Area. And you can see I had 1, 2, 3 park-to-parks out of 11. How do I know it's a park-to-park? Look on the right. You see US 3841? I was at US 8763 or 6387. Anyway, when there's a park listed on the right-hand column, that was a park-to-park. So he gets credit for you, you get credit for him, and it counts as continuing with 2 different parks. All right, are there any questions? I hope there are because the satellite's not coming up for another 20 minutes. So let's talk about whatever it is you got to talk about. Yeah, a lot of people don't know that, Don. That's why whenever I go to a log, these 3 tabs here across the top, your QSO map, this is the last activation I had. These are all the places I hit. Why it doesn't show my park, I don't know. But if I hit POTA spots, we're looking right now, sorted by frequency on 20-meter band. And the reason I do it by frequency, notice this 228, 234, 244. I start at the lower or I start at the upper and go backwards, or I start at the lower and go forwards and go one at a time. If I hear somebody talking on there, what does it say? Can you say purple burglar alarm? Why? Oh, man. You guys. Iman, what do you mean by purple burglar alarm? Do you just like the sound of my voice? You want to hear me say funny things? Anyway, let's just make a quick check. Where is the ISS right now? Let's see. It's coming up. Okay, it's over to South Pacific right now, down by southeast of Australia. And it's going to be moving up, not directly overhead, but it's going to be a 30-degree pass for me. And when that happens, I'm going to show you on this screen here how we're going to accomplish this. Now, this is MMSSTV. Every video you watch on YouTube, or most of the videos you watch on YouTube, tell you how to hook it up to a 7300. But how do you hook it up to a 9700 so we could do the satellite passes with the ISS doing SSTV? I'll tell you, I'm enjoying it, and I'm going to get to the point now that I got it working. I'm probably going to start doing SSTV on 20 meters and on 15 meters. There's dedicated frequencies on each to do SSTV. So I'm going to get involved in some groups. I'm going to get connected. I'm going to be sending out my QSO card via that SSTV and see how it works. See how many people I get in touch with that way. Be cool. I have to make up a new picture of my card that I could put into this program to send it out, because this will transmit and it will receive. And what happened when I was doing this image right here that you're looking at, when I first turned it on, it started trying to transmit as well as receive, and that wasn't working. So I went into the transmit side in the radio settings and turned it off. So it can't transmit right now the way it is. Mouth gets dry chopping you. You're chopping your mouth like this, talking this much. It gets dry. That's why I have this. Yeah, and somebody's at my door. That was probably Amazon, just delivered my iced tea. Scottish people can't say it. Oh, this is a UK thing, huh? You people up in the UK busting each other's chops. I love it. All right. Captain Don, what is he saying here? I just opened my POTA laptop and am looking for the map. Okay, if you want to know where the map is, I will show you. Go back to the mirror here. Notice on the top of the screen, you have where you put your entry in. Just below that, under the word save, you see 3 tabs: POTA spots, QSO map, and entries. So here was my entries for that day. If I click there, here's the map. The next tab is the map. There's the places I contacted. And here are the actual live spots of POTA people right now, just on 20 meters right now. That's looking. So there's your entries, the first tab. To the right is the second tab, is your QSO map. And what's really cool, I got to show you something on this QSO map. You can change it somewhere. Oh, no, not on this. I'm sorry. You can't change the map on this. This is the map that you get. You could turn off the labels so their call signs don't have to be there. Like clicking this switch on the top right. You notice that? Labels are gone. Labels are back. The actual call signs. All right. So keep looking, Don. It's there. I never knew that was there. I found it. I seriously was taking the ADF file and putting it in another program to get the map. Yeah, now you don't have to do that. Aren't you glad you stopped by tonight? All right, so any questions on Hamrs? Any questions? Any questions? The steps are, you open up Hamrs, you go to logbooks, create a new logbook, type in a logbook name. After you type in the logbook name and hit enter, it will open up on this screen. You won't have any entries on the bottom like this, but you'll see this whole thing on top. Now, one of the things I made a mistake every now and then, I'll have my park number in there, and I'll have sideband, but here for the frequency, I might forget to put the frequency in. That's not good. Like right now, it's a 10-meter frequency in there, right? I was actually doing Parks on the Air on 10 meters that day. It was pretty cool. You notice these are all 10 meters, except for the last one is 20 meters. Oh, yeah, and the second to last one's 15 meters. Otherwise, they were all 10 meters. So we got 10 meters, 15 meters, and 20 meters. And there's no FT8 in here. If you do FT8, you do that on another program. You don't do it with this program. SDR control. That's a whole nother video we can do with that in the future. So we are 6:21. The ISS is going to rise in 16 minutes and 6 seconds. So we got time. Anybody got any questions about this? About how to do this? If not, we're going to move on to MMSS TV. Yes, Don. Don says, don't forget to change it from generic to POTA. Yeah, if you showed up on time, that's the first thing I showed people. I'll do it again. Let me get out and we tap on Hamrs. Let me close it. It's not closed. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Let's close it completely, close all this stuff. And now we'll go to my portable apps. These are all the apps I use when I'm doing Parks on the Air. Hit Hamrs. This is the screen that's going to come up. Then the logbook page is going to come up. Now you create a new logbook. Put in your information here. I put my call sign, the park number, and the date. And then down here where it says generic, I click Parks on the Air. That's where it gives you the box to put your park number in, and their park number if you're doing a park to park. All right. And I just updated my KEPs on my TYT UV390, and I'm going to mute this and try to download the SSTV on the same pass. Excellent. All right, Don, you do that. I will do mine. Let me get out of Hamrs now. Say goodbye to Hamrs, and we'll say goodbye to this screen. We'll go to the SAP Pass Live. Notice I still have the antenna showing up. Oh, I got to show you something cool on the antenna. You know, I never showed this to you guys yet, but I can actually turn a light on the antenna. Watch it change. Boom! Now we have an illuminated antenna. We'll wake up the radio. We got the radio on 145802, waiting for the satellite to come up. And on this page, if I turn off MMSS TV, I could show you, here's the SAT box page right below it. And we are waiting for the ISS to rise. If you notice the height, the maximum it's going to be is 33.8 degrees. MMSS TV is monitoring. It's listening to the radio. If you notice the static on the radio waterfall and you looked at MMSS TV, you got the same static there. Because right now there's nothing on it. Oh, and I turned off the waterfall. There was no need for the waterfall on that. So MMSS TV, I wonder if I hit... I got to get the option screen on here. Let me... All right. Here are the options for MMSS TV. Now, you have receive. Let me move my mouse over there so you can see. You have receive. You have transmit. Over here, there's a transmit window and there's a miscellaneous window. This is the most important window. Notice these two boxes on the top left. Can you see them all right? Let me enlarge that a little bit. You might be able to see it better. Yeah, we'll fill that whole screen up with it. Hold on. All right, that's a little better. You can read it now. These top two lines over here, these are your codecs. If you're familiar with FT8 and setting up WSJTX, you use your audio codecs for the computer to communicate with the radio. Now, on my radio, on my sound card, I actually named the codecs the IC9700 8 USB, and the speakers, same thing, IC9700 codec, speakers 8 USB. All right, that's where the information goes back and forth. If you're going to transmit, if you're going to receive. Now, if you notice here on the transmit side, this is the transmit thing, PTT. I have none because I'm not going to transmit on this particular setup, because all I want to do is receive the images from the ISS. Here's my receive. It's pretty darn simple. The most important thing on transmit is your radio commands. I have none for the port because I don't want it going on there and doing anything. But 9600 is my baud rate. And you got to make sure that your radio also has 9600 as your baud rate. If it's not the same, it won't work. PTT is checked. 8 bits, 2 bits, none. And this bottom stuff, you don't have to change anything. All right? So you just tell it okay. Okay, so now we're set up and ready to go. And, oh, I'm sorry. I had the antenna, I had the comment in a way. Oh, yeah, you're right. You can't see the antenna. Okay. That light's probably going to go off in a few minutes. It'll go back to infrared. Yeah, I moved the antenna. I moved the comment so you can see the antenna. All right. So we still have time. We still have 10 minutes to go. So anybody got any questions right now? Questions. Anyone got any questions? I'm going to make a video on Hamrs, and I'm going to put that up. I'm going to just do it a separate video. I was going to edit this one and use that for Hamrs. I decided against it. I'm just going to record it. Just me talking to the camera and showing you stuff on my iPad and everything. Cool light, you have 12 minutes. Okay. Yeah, I have 9 minutes and 44 seconds right now. That's weird. Oh, that's right, because it's coming up from the south, Don. That's why you're going to get it later than me. Hey, you want your comment up to block the antenna? There you go. All right. So I'm praying that last image was saved. We got 10 people watching us right now. Thank you, everybody, for coming. We're going to do a slow scan TV image live while it's happening on an ISS pass that's going to start in 9 minutes. So if anybody's got any questions, speak now or forever hold your nose. Peace. Hold your peace. Speak now. Who do we got? We got Iman here. We got Don here. We got, I'm sorry, was it Ian? Is that IUMMYU, I think? And Roger's here. Good to see you, Roger. Hey, KG2M, Mikey, how are you? How are you, Mike? Good to have you here. So what we're going to do, Mike, is we're going to use, oh my God, he's in a mobile tonight, but he's going to try to make a contact. Good for you. Well, we won't be on the crossband repeater today, Mike. We're going to be just doing the slow scan TV image with Hamrs, not Hamrs, MMSSTV, which is the program you see on the left there. And that's where we're going to be working. You know, that's right, Don. I agree, but I don't have any place on this screen that I can save it unless I put my call here. Am I supposed to fill this out? Let's see. ISS, SSTV. Oh, I get it. QSO. All right, that's not it. Data. Oh, that opened up another window that you can't see. Oh, I love this. All right, so Mike, do I have to save this image or is it saved somewhere already? I have auto library checked and I locked the screen, so it can't. Oh, let's unlock the screen. What is this right here? All right, that's saved. When I click on the magnifying glass, it opens up the image in another window. If I click on this, I can edit the image. And if I, let's see, if I hit sync, nah, it doesn't show up when I hit sync. Our show with templates. Here's the templates I have made already. On the bottom, I just clicked on that. but it's not. Do I have to drag it, drop it, right? If I right click on it, set auto stop, auto restart, auto resync, auto clear, auto switch to receive window. I just clicked that. All right, that shows me the size of the image, 640 by 496, it looks like. All right, we have 5 minutes to go till the ISS rises, and we start trying to nail these images from the ISS. This number here on the bottom right, it's showing 14,230, but that's only if you're doing that. We're going to 144. I'll click that. If I click list, nothing comes up. I just get a blank screen. Anybody knows how to use MMSS TV, please jump in. Or if I go to above the image, I click history, that image comes up. Mike is saying above image, click history, and that's history right there. You're looking at it. Don's asking me about 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4 is these are just other directories where you could store images, but there's nothing there. These are my templates, and this is pictures. The red bar is, no, if I'm quiet, it still lights up. The red bar has nothing to do with it. This is, what is the red bar again? I think I know what that is. Yeah, that's my sound levels. And it's only listening to the 9700 right now. So it's picking up static from the 9700. It's not picking up a signal. And that red, I believe, is when it's peaking on the 9700, which is pretty loud because I got the preamp on. Oh, another thing, a little tidbit of information. Never have your noise reduction on when you're trying to do slow scan TV. Do not turn on. All right. What is this question? Then use the arrows right under to cycle through. Okay. Oh. I can't go forward. That's the last image. If I go backwards, this is the rest of the history. There's only 2 images there. This one and this one. That's the only 2 images there. All right, we're getting close, man. 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Going to get the ISS again. We're going to watch it decode live. Now notice on the MMSS TV, I have it on auto. On the top, we have auto checked. It didn't have PD 120 on this list until I heard this picture coming down from the ISS. And when it heard it coming down, it added PD 120, which is the format that they're using. So, yeah. So we got 2 minutes here, Don. 2 minutes. All right, that's all you have until you get more. Yes, there are more coming. They're going to come. We're going to get them. And we're going to save them. And hopefully they're going to be nice and clear and pretty and nice. And I have a vertical antenna, and I also have a Yagi for 2 meters. So right now it's on the Yagi. The antenna is moving right now. We are 1 minute and 27 seconds away from the ISS rising. If I turn off the MMSS TV, you could see, oops. You can see that the antenna, that little box, is moving over towards where the ISS is about to rise. And once it rises, we're going to try to get these We're going to try to get these signals working really good for you. Let's see, we're almost there. When it chirps, I'll switch over to the MMSSTV image so you could see that. There it is right there. We'll go back to that. But that chaos on the right side on the waterfall there, you'll see when the signal starts coming from the ISS how smooth that gets. So we'll shut that off right now. We have not heard the chirp yet. We are 17 seconds away from the ISS rising. Don, this is cool. You'll be able to see what image you're going to get when it reaches you. All right, there's the chirp. It's about to start looking for the signal. Watch the waterfall, the orange box on the top right. You're going to see these lines smooth out when the signal starts coming across. You'll also see it on the radio. Well, maybe not as much on the radio because it's a lot of noise. I'll turn down the RF gain a little bit so you can see it when the signal starts coming, which should be any second. We are at 1.7 degrees above the horizon. I'll keep you posted on that so you know what's going on. All I know is I love when the ISS does this. And what's great is I don't have to have my 9700 record anything, and I don't have to have the squelch up or anything. I could just leave it wide open and leave this program running. And during the night, if an ISS pass comes by and they send a good image, it should pick it up. I'm hoping we get all the images. That would be nice. And then our buddy TJ, he already submitted. Your arm is moving towards the ISS rise. So you'll know ahead of time what image to look for. Nothing yet. I have the volume down so you don't have to hear it. That's just listening to the speaker through my microphone. We are now at 6 degrees. I'm imagining at about 8 degrees we should start picking this up. I like that I'm not hearing it right now, which means they're not in the middle of an image. So maybe we'll get an image from the start to finish. I hear it. I hear it faintly in the background. It's super low volume, so the radio's not, the program's not picking it up yet. Oh, here we go. Watch the waterfall. See how it's starting to get organized? And here it is. It's starting to capture the image right now. Watch it on the left. That's pretty cool. Tulsi Gabbard's going to be Director of National Intelligence, DEI. I love it. Notice we lost the signal again. It's not a good signal, but we're only at 14 degrees, got trees in that direction. It's a possibility we're not going to get it there. But we got plenty of time. We still have 7 minutes left to go in this pass. You hear it faintly in the background? Yeah, now it's getting stronger. And it's capturing the image. We could turn the volume down. You don't need to hear it. You can watch it on the screen. You see the images being painted. Whoops. Line by line, it's capturing the image and putting it on the screen there. You see that? All right, that was the end of the image. So it got the bottom of the image. Now we're going to wait 30 seconds, and it's going to start sending another image. You know, part of me is wondering if I put it on the vertical, if I would have a better shot at getting it since it's a pretty high pass. If it starts, I'll start on the vertical. Like I switched over to the vertical right now. But notice the radio is adjusting for Doppler. Now I'll go back to the Aggie for now. Till it starts. Then once it starts and I know I'm hearing it, we'll switch to the vertical and see if we get a better signal. Oh, nice. I have the preamps are on right now. I could turn them off. I just turned it off. Let's see without the preamp if it still picks it up pretty good. So Don got 3/4 of that one. Okay. Now what's nice is as soon as it starts, it knows it's a new image. And it'll wipe out what's on the screen here and replace it. This will disappear and the new image will come up as soon as it starts hearing it. And remember what I said, it's hearing it through the USB connection into the computer. That's where it's getting the audio from to decode. So me turning the volume up and down doesn't affect it at all. There it goes. Look at how clean that is. Oh, yeah. Here we go. We got a new image coming, folks. This one looks good. Clear as a... Look at the waterfall, how crisp and clean it is. Oh, yeah. 40th anniversary of amateur radio in space. We should get this whole image. We got plenty of time. Oh, shit. Get away, Static. Static slipping in. All right. It's coming. It's coming in good. Oh, nice. Check that image out. Ooh, baby. This is what it's all about, folks. Having fun with ham radio, doing stuff like this. I'm having a blast. I love this. And I turned the preamp off. Maybe that's why it's coming in so clear. Because I had the preamp on. Hey, Paul, look at that image popping up on the screen. That's coming live from the International Space Station. Now, just so you know, the astronaut in the center, that's Owen Garriott. He was the first person to make a ham radio contact from space. Did it on the shuttle Challenger long before its demise. But notice we're getting some interference here and there. But by turning off the preamps, now we're getting a pretty clean image. Still some static here and there, but mostly clean. It's pretty good. All right, this image is almost done, and so is this pass. We only got 2 minutes and 40 seconds left to the pass. It's settling down. It's 12 degrees now. I'm waiting to hear the tone. That's it. That was that image. Oh, wait, there's more. All right, that was the end of that one. Nothing else seems to be coming over. I think we did it, boys and girls. Now, if I go over to, I have auto history selected. If I go here to history, there's the last one we just got. There's the one I got before that. That's nothing. So we got one good image on that pass. Well, one halfway decent image on that pass. 40th anniversary of amateur radio on human spaceflight. That's what we're celebrating. That was the event I went to in February down at Kennedy Space Center. We went and got to hang out with Owen Garriott. His son, Richard, was great. And All right. Don says he got that image. Was it as good as mine, or was yours better, Don? I don't know what happened there. I think the yeah, I don't think I'm going to get any more. I don't. For me, it's already 1 minute until it sets. I don't think I'm getting another image today. Yeah, I think that's the last one for now. I don't hear anything yet. Yeah, I don't think I'm getting another image here. I think we're done. 36 seconds until it sets. All right, turn the volume down. Now, what's cool is I can go over to here. And I can put that image on the screen right now. There it is right there. There's the image we just downloaded from the ISS. And that guy in the middle with the earpiece in, that's Owen Garriott. Are you guys seeing that on the feed? You should be seeing it on the feed. Yeah, you're seeing it. But you notice we had some static here. We had some static here. That's why it didn't come out good. But yeah, now you know. That's what it looks like when you download Slow Scan TV. Now, Don, I'm wondering, did you get yours a tad better? I can't wait to see yours, Don. Post it on the Facebook group. I would love to see it. Yeah, one more is not going to start for me because it's already set. It's already set. But hey, man, we successfully did what we attempted to do. We got an image off the ISS Slow Scan TV. Now the good news is I'm leaving this running all night long. I'm going to leave the sat box continuously tracking the ISS. I'm going to leave this MMSSTV program open, and anything that gets sent down is going to get added into my collection here of images. I'm sure there's a place in SSTV where I can, MMSSTV, where I can go and see everything that I've downloaded. I know when I did it with my phone, I always was able to save it in the pictures on my phone. But yeah, it's been a pain in the butt. But the good news is we did it. We pulled it off. All right. Anybody got any questions? Now's a good time because I'm getting ready to shut down. We've been on for, ooh, baby. We have been on. We still got 10 people watching. So thanks, everybody, for coming. And we've been live streaming for 57 minutes. So anybody got any questions, ask now. All right, so Mike's going to do it too. KG2MM, that's Mike from up in Jacksonville. He's going to do it too. So we learned a couple of things tonight. We learned about Hamrs, and we learned about Slow Scan TV and how to do it directly into the 9700 using MMSSTV. And I got that years ago. I got MMSSTV. They haven't updated it at all. And oh, wow, you got 3/4 of the next pick. See, Don here is up in Michigan, so he's further north than me. So he had the satellite longer than I did. So he got part of that next image that started coming down. He got part of that too, which is cool. So remember, folks, if you get these images, you can upload them to NASA on ARISS. You get an award for that. Our buddy TJ, brand new kid, he just got his license not too long ago, and he already got an award. I was so happy for him. He didn't even know he was going to get it. He just submitted the images. So I'll probably submit these images. And you know what? They don't have to be perfect. Originally, I thought they had to be perfect. They don't have to be perfect. You know why? They're using them as a signal report, so they get an idea of the coverage of the radio from the International Space Station. So based on our entries from all over the world, they get the feedback on that, and they know, what is this? Pick up some on the 706 ICOM N2 MJZ. You mean the 705? Isn't that what you mean, the 705? Because the 705 is the one that has picture quality stuff. I don't know the 706. So sorry about that. I don't know that. I do have a 705 though. Probably could do it with that. You could do this with an SDR play. If you got an antenna, you hook up your SDR play and put it on the frequency. And guess what? You will be able to decode these slow scan TV images. All right, Don's going to post his picture on my Facebook page. You guys know the Facebook page? Ham Radio Fun with KO4PDI. That's my ham radio page. I'll switch that right now and show it to you. No, I don't want mirror. I want satellite. That's the one I want. All right. So we're going to turn off MMSS TV. And here's my page. Get rid of the chat that's going on there. Join my group. This is my group on Facebook, Ham Radio Fun with KO4PDI. Just do a search. You'll find it. Here is what we were just streaming live when I was talking about I was going to stream live tonight. And Don's going to post his picture here. Oh, here we go. We got an update on the SSTV. Don posted this. Please note that these will now be brief event outages on Wednesday and Thursday. Oh, okay. Forgot about that part. Is it today? Was it today? I thought it was the 18th. It's going to the 18th. Let's see. It's going to the 18th, which is next Monday. And today's the 13th. I think they said the 16th there was going to be an outage, Don. I'm not sure. But only for a short time. They're doing a couple of school contacts. So keep up with my page here. Don posts a lot on here. He posts videos. Check that out. I just got that thing. It's in the back window of my car now. And it's a little ticker. I can put anything I want on there. I actually used it today for a tailgater. I told him he was too close. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. I enjoy doing these things. I enjoy getting on here and talking to you guys and experimenting with new stuff. And you see me do good and you see me fail because I'm human. On that note, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, I got to jump onto my St. Augustine Amateur Radio Club net right now. So you guys have a great day. And remember what I always say. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, at least not without me. All right? 73, everybody. See you soon. KO4PDI, I'll be clear.